Friends, trees, sky, I want to see you again. I've been locked inside and recently decided to be an essential service. I think that the outdoors deserves more than the sound of footsteps and muffled mumbling through masks. But here I am, essentially stuck inside. I've written a song for you. I'm not sure if you're quite ready for it yet, because it's about all of this, and it might be a little soon, yeah? I'd ask you, have you thought about what this looks like on the other side? Who we will be? You know, the people up there in the comfortable places, they will always be the up there people, but us, here on the ground, inside. What will become of us? Okay, so I had a dog. That was the first thing that I did when I learned about all the staying inside that lied ahead, because I knew. Okay, I knew that this tiny apartment would soon become my prison, so I went down to the shelter and I picked myself up a cellmate, and it was good. It was good for a while, but then we started fighting all the time, bickering, and one day he stood up and walked out of my life. Literally popped up on his back legs, walked to the door, turned the doorknob, and left. I mean, it was shocking, but what was I going to do? He had to leave. I get it. So now, dogless, all I was left with were my thoughts. And the thoughts knew that they were all I had, so they started fucking with me. They decided to imagine this or that, and none of it was particularly good, so I had to enter into a new phase of alone. The kind of alone where you let your thoughts take a walk and all you've got is the breeze in between your ears. I sent my thoughts away with my dog, and the silence was beautiful. Until it wasn't. And then I was begging the thoughts to come back and just give me something good or bad or boring to consider, and they did come back. And they told me that I mattered. That I was essential. What's going to become of us? I think about this constantly, okay? I live alone, and despite having contact with nobody and being dogless, I'm afraid I might get sick. And how will I know without going to what do you even call it, a hospital? And those places aren't for people like us here on the ground. The ones working 19 jobs just to pay the rent, and none of them give us insurance. So what do I do? What if I go get tested and I'm not sick? How do I pay that bill? You know, I've been thinking a lot lately that there are two types of people in this world. There are people who become Wikipedia entries, and then there are people who become statistics. Just an anonymous collection of numbers indicating something. And I'm afraid to tell my mother that I didn't become anything more than a statistic. Which, in the end, I guess is still something. And there's no way she's watching this, so I don't even know who I'm doing this for. I'm doing this for the people who are stuck in their retirement homes giving hugs through windows. And I'm doing this for my dog, who is definitely out there somewhere walking upright and turning doorknobs and probably freaking a lot of people out. But all I ask for in return is love. And if not love, then like. And if not like, then just look. Just look at me the next time that we pass on the street, and that's all I'll need to get me through the next day. I want to be outside with all the other statistics in the greatest, most infuriating city in the world. Because I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not the only one lacking, wanting. I see you, others. I want you to know that you are seen. And if in the end all there is just another person like you, and another person like me, anonymous, maybe that'll be comforting. But actually, I hope for you something a little bit more than simply comforting. It's that a song will create a crack of sorts, a small crack on that tough exterior that reveals inside the happiness that's always there and that we are always deserving of. And you might be alone, but that does not mean that you are not worthy of all the good things. And I don't know you, but I love you. And I like you. I see you. Maybe I should get to that song now. Please listen if you want to live forever. Or do not and live forever anyway, but do live. However that works for you, in words and thoughts and walks, through breaking bread and unbroken windows, and words shouted from a distance through a thin piece of cloth. Thank you for listening.